Welcome back to Jane's Faux Pas with Self-Publishing, Part 3. We'll call this part Bad Intel. So, as Jelena, my main character in my book Codename Jane Doe, a call to action, I gotta put it out there. As Jelena would say, we're only as good as our intel is. And when you're trying to self-publish a book or write a book and get your ideas and thoughts and fiction and fun or whatever you're trying to get out there, there's something that I've now started calling the Google guess. I Google it, I don't know what the answer is, so I Google it, and of course you get a bunch of those paid companies and paid advertisements for people that want to sell you some kind of service rather than just the information that you really want. Unfortunately, it's really hard to navigate around this Google guess because people are just very tight-lipped. It's not like you can call an agent, a literary agent, and say, hey, I'm really lost. I really need some information. I need some help, some guidance. Nobody's really going to help you out a whole lot. So I'm not going to say nobody, but they're very, very hard to find. Usually you have to pay for some kind of consulting service or pay for a book or pay for an online webinar. So you're usually paying for something, for some kind of insight. I want to say it's a writer's publishing house. I'll look it up and make sure that I get it in the next video. But there's lots of resources, such as like Authors Publishing House and these platforms where you can go and get very black and white information. There's also places and people that will try to sell you and tell you, give me $1,000, I'll make all your dreams come true. We'll get onto that in the next video. But you need to beware and try to find as much information that's just a matter of public record or a matter of public information, and try to get as much information on your own as you can. Because remember, if you're drawing a blank, get a book. Any book, doesn't really matter. Be a textbook, something that you've purchased, and look at that book. What does it have in it? What does it have on it? It has a cover with a cover design. So you're going to need somebody to design the cover. It's got words inside, so there's got to be a story, but you pretty much should have already taken care of that. And they've got to be readable words and spelled correctly. And, then on the back, there's a barcode. Well, how do you get the barcode? There's an ISBN number. There's a copyright inside. How do you get the copyright? So there's a lot of these things that go into play when you're self-publishing. So try to find as much free information as possible, but beware of bad intel. Again, cross-reference. And also another thing is when you buy a book, make sure it's talking about the kind of book that you have written. I got several books on how to become a bestseller, and they were all really geared towards nonfiction how-to books, which again are flooding the shelves. So be conscientious and make sure that the book that you're reading is talking about to you, is telling you how to be successful with the type of book that you have written, because they both have completely different requirements on the literary end of things, and they have a whole different target audience on the end of things. So make sure that you are very aware and be careful that you don't get any bad intel. Make sure all your intelligence, all of your information that you're getting, keep a journal, log it all down, type it all out, voice record it, take videos, whatever you need to do, but make sure you've got good intel. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to comment and like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining Jane's Faux Pas in Self-Publishing. Have a great day.